In this video, I will be going over your Unit 5 session quiz. Alright, here's our first question. It says that a town of 5,000 voters will have an election for a new mayor. Before the election, 100 residents are randomly selected for a poll that asks which candidate they prefer. The results of the poll are shown in this table. Our question says, who is most likely to win this election? Well, in order to win an election, you have to have the most amount of votes, right? And when I look at this table, Mrs. Baker up here has 50, and that's the biggest number, which means to me, Mrs. Baker is most likely to win this election. So who's most likely to win? Mrs. Baker. Mrs. Barkley, it looks like, would come in second, and Mr. Brickman looks like would come in last, just because he has the least amount of votes. All right, our next question says that a random sample of 100 students was taken from a population of 2,400 students, and the hair colors of 100 students are recorded in this table. Which conclusion can be made? Okay, well, looking through the different answer choices I have here, all of them are talking about this hair color is the most common. So if it's the most common, that means there should be the most of that hair color, right? So if I look at this table here, 36 is my biggest number, and that means that brown is going to be the most common hair color. So brown is the most common hair color. So again, we have our three mayor electors, candidates for this poll. And the question this time says, based on the data, approximately how many people will vote for Mr. Brickman in this election? So here it's a little bit different. We have to do a little bit of math with this table here. Now, this entire town has 5,000 people, okay? And there's only 100 people that were polled. So 100 people were polled, but there are 5,000 total people in this town. So in order to do this question, I first have to figure out, well, 100 times what number is going to give me this 5,000 here? Okay, and an easy way to do that is to just divide them. So if I did 5,000 divided by 100, these zeros cancel and I'm left with 50. So that means I am multiplying 100 by this 50 to give me 5,000. Now what we do with that 50 is, if I were to multiply each of these numbers by 50, this would give me an approximate of how many total people in this entire town are going to be voting for my candidate. Here we're talking about Mr. Brickman, okay? So Mr. Brickman had 15 votes in this little tiny small poll that they did. So if I take 15 and multiply it by 50, that is going to tell me how many people are going to vote for Mr. Brickman. And remember, you can type this into a calculator if you would like. 15 times 50, it's going to be 400. Nope. 650? No. No, I was right. Nope, I wasn't. 750. There we go. Make sure you use a calculator, double check. So again, I would do the same exact process for any of the other contestants. If this question had said Mrs. Baker instead up here, all I would do is take 50 and multiply it by 50. That number is my answer. Same thing with Mrs. Barkley. I would take 35, multiply it by 50, and that is my answer. And again, we're multiplying by that 50 because in order for me to take this 100 resident poll and take it to my town level, I need to multiply this 100 by 50 to get the population of the town. All right, Next question. So here it says that a random sample of 100 students was taken from a population of 2,400. And the hair colors of 100 students are recorded in this table. So based on this data, approximately how many students in the population have brown hair? So this is a very similar question to the one we just did, except now we're talking about hair colors and we have a different population, right? So we are going from 100, which is how many people were polled, to 2,400 people. So again, I need to think 100 times what number is going to give me 24. And again, if you don't know, you can always divide them. Bigger number on top, divided by smaller number. These zeros cancel, and I'm left with 24. So 100 times 24 gives me this 2,400. So regardless of what color they ask me in this table, all I'm going to be doing is multiplying whatever color they ask me for by 24. This question here is asking about brown hair. So brown hair, there were 36 people that had brown hair. So I'm going to multiply that by 24. So 36 times 24. Again, you can type this into a calculator if you would like. I recommend it so that you don't make any silly mistakes. When you type this into a calculator, you do get 864. So that means for this question, approximately 864 students should have brown hair. All right, our last question says that there are 450 employees in an office building. A random sample of 200 employees from the office building was surveyed about the method of transportation used to get to work. The results are shown in this table, okay? What is the most and least popular method of transportation? All right, so based off this table, most popular is going to be whichever method has the biggest number, right? If it has the biggest number, that means that more people are using that method. When I look at my table, 75 is the biggest number. So that means that riding a train to work is the most popular. And then on the other side of that, least popular, that's going to be the one that has the smallest number. And here from our table, 20 is the smallest number, which means that walking to work is going to be the least popular method of transportation. So most popular is taking a train, least popular is walking. All right, that's it for the Unit 5 session quiz. The code is pancake, all lowercase. If you have any questions, please let me know before you take that third attempt. Have a great rest of your day.